The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
All right, fellas, we're about 2 or 3 minutes away from starting. We're supposed to have 46 people expressed an interest, and we have 27 people on right now. So we're gonna sit tight. The number of people online has gone up pretty quickly in the last minute or two. So about 2 or 3 minutes, we'll get started. I gotta hide the questions. I don't want them to see the questions. Uh-oh, they can see the questions. Nope, they see a waterfall now.
Mackie said he got on, but it says he's on the web on the list. I can't move him. How do we move him over?
Right click, and if you can move them, you can change them.
Yeah, I can't. It says he's web. He says he hears us though.
Good. I'm just waiting to see if Bershi gets on.
Mackie, if you can log in using the on the computer, then we can move you over. It says you're connected via web. I don't know what that means. Don't go chasing waterfalls. Hey, Stu's not sleeping anymore.
No, he was sleeping before, but he's paying attention now. Caitlin Carter has a question.
Hey, there's Bersher.
Bersher.
Bersher's on. Move him over.
I just did. Mackie's texting me.
Bersher.
Yes.
All right, you're here. You haven't had a chance to look at the I didn't send you the questions. I'm sorry.
Nope.
All right.
Mike, it's not letting you. It's not letting us move you over for some reason.
Well, there you are, Sylvester. I see you hiding behind this big list. All right, we're about 26, 27. I'm going to give it another minute because it's 8:01 right now. I'll give it another minute, and then we'll get cranked up. Bloop. Where did Yoder go?
Yoder's out.
Turn it off so nobody can see me polishing off the last little swallow.
He's drinking Johnny Walker Blue. I told him to save me a finger of it, and he gave me the finger. There's Bershi. Hey, Bershi.
Bershi's up.
Oh wait, there's Mike. Now we can move him. He's not on the web thing. Hang on.
All right, Mike's over.
Oh, did you move him? Okay. I can't find him.
I moved him.
Oh, that's why.
All right. All right, today what we're going to do is we're going to, we're going to try to reinstate our, as it said in the email, our first and third Monday of every month, and we'll just do short, quick things. Tonight we have 5 rules questions. Next time in 2 weeks, I think what we might try to do is talk about appeals, and we'll just vary on short either rules quizzes, mechanics quizzes, quick things that we can do in about a half an hour or less. So the idea of this is to get in and out as quickly, in a quick manner, make sure that it's productive, but make sure that we get something accomplished out of this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put up questions one after another in a poll, and we're going to launch a poll, and you guys are going to take a minute to read the questions and then answer the poll. So right now, you should be able to see a couple of questions. I want to start with the first question, which is this is in high school rules, and we will make some reference to official baseball rules because a lot of you will work those sort of things. But most of this is with high school rules, and I've had the rules interpreter look at these, and I believe we got them all right. So these are questions. We're going to put a poll up in a second and let you answer this question. So our first question is, which of the following does not result in an immediate dead ball? Runner interference, batter interference, base umpire interference, a fair batted ball touched by a spectator. So I'm going to launch this as a poll. And you should now see a poll. And I would like everybody to vote in the poll. And then we'll discuss the rules, reference, and the question. And about 76% voted, so that means about 20 couple of you. Who's making all that damn noise? About 90%, 86% of you have voted, so that means we're missing about 2 or 3 votes. If you haven't voted, please vote. I'll give you a few more seconds.
There may be a couple guys that are on phones. I don't know.
Well, we'll wait a couple seconds.
Well, the good answer is that we are an equal opportunity crowd because every answer has at least 1 vote.
Yes, it does.
Huh.
There's about 3 that are still lagging here. Let me look at the question.
All right, we're going to close this poll, and you guys can look at we'll look at the results. And the results are in, and we have 19% of you picked runner interference, 46% of you picked batter interference, 31% picked base umpire interference, and 4%, which means 1 of you chose a fair batted ball touches a spectator, maybe 2. So the appropriate rule reference for this in high school is Rule 511, Articles 1 and 2. So basically in your high school rule book, you will see a table of dead ball, live ball, dead ball, live ball opportunities in the rule book, and it's something you should probably know and memorize, not necessarily memorize, but know and see. But basically for this question, if a ball, the first answer was, if we look at the responses, we could have chosen runner interference, batter interference, base umpire interference, a fair batted ball touches a spectator. So if a fair batted ball touches a spectator, that means the spectator's reached onto the field and touched the ball. In all of those cases, the ball is dead. Okay, and if we have spectator interference, the awards for spectator interference is we're going to place runners where we believe they would have gotten absent the interference. And Yoder, anytime I say something that's not appropriate with rules, please jump in and fix me.
Okay.
We had the second most chosen, or the next most chosen answer was runner interference. Runner interference can happen in basically 2 ways or 1 way. A runner is hit with a batted ball, and if a runner is hit with a batted ball and it's interference, the ball is immediately dead. Okay, and if a runner interferes and he is hit with a batted ball, the runner is out, In very rare cases, you may get the batter runner out as well, but that's really unlikely. We'll talk about that at a future session.
Hey,
Look that rule up.
hey,
Go ahead, Mark.
You're saying the runner is hit by the ball. I think your runner's interference. What you're talking about is when he creates interference. I mean, he's out when a batted ball touches him.
And the ball's dead. That's what runner interference is. Am I wrong, Yoder?
I thought you were going with runner contacts a fielder making a play, that interference.
Okay. And even in that case, if a runner contacts a fielder making a play, he's out, right?
Correct.
The ball's immediately dead.
Correct.
So anytime a runner interferes, the ball's immediately dead. And we make awards. We keep runners where they are at the time of the interference. So that answer is not correct. 31% of you picked the base umpire interference. If a base umpire interferes with the ball, that means he's been hit by a batted ball before it has a chance to pass by an infielder. And if he's hit by a batted ball before it has a chance to pass by an infielder, the ball is immediately dead. The batter runner is placed on first, and all other runners are placed back at their base unless they're forced to advance. So the only interference in which the ball is not immediately dead in this list is batter interference. And batter interference occurs when the batter interferes with the catcher's attempt to put a runner out, stealing a base, or on a throw back to a base to pick a runner off. In which case we leave the ball alive and in play, and we sort of play like you would in soccer, let's say, as advantage. If they throw the guy out on the first play, the runner is out. If they don't throw the runner out on the first throw, the first throw doesn't retire the runner. The ball then is dead, and the batter is out, and we return the runner to first base. Go ahead, Yoder, add anything you'd like, or any of the guys who are in the panel, please.
Nope, you're correct. Technically, the batter can interfere with any defensive player that's attempting to make a play, but it's almost always the catcher.
Yeah, technically, it'd be really weird.
Right.
Right? Good?
I think that covers it.
All right.
Thanks, Chair.
We have a look now at question number 2, which says, with a runner on third and one out, the batter hits a pop-up near third base. R3, the runner inadvertently prevents the third baseman from making a catch. So is the batter out? Is R3 out? Is R3 out only if the interference was deliberate? Is a strike charge to the batter? Or is the batter is only out if he had 2 strikes? So we'll open up that poll. And launch that poll.
Well, we could have shown the percentages of the last one, but we didn't. But that's okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. You can do that.
Well, I just realized that we could do that. A third have voted. Oh, I was going to say we're managing to spread these votes out between 2 choices, but we've just expanded.
$21 votes, 22 votes, 24 votes. It's like Chicago, vote early, vote often.
That's right. There's 30 attendees.
So right now we're at 26 votes. $29 votes, 28 votes. 2 people haven't voted.
93. Oh, that's better than last time. We got 90. So we got one. Somebody's managed.
93 means 27 and 128 people have voted.
Yep, we're too short. Awesome.
Well, now we're at 90, 29. Can we get that last one?
Holy cow. We've never gotten 100% voting.
Come on, sevens.
I just unplugged my computer.
All right, Mark, can you show the results of the poll? And then we'll pull up the rule.
Well, I think I can. Oh, we have to close the poll first. And 3, 2, 1. That's it. So nobody said that the batter's out if he has 2 strikes. That's good. Because that would be the wrong answer.
One person said a strike is charged to the batter. Three of us said the runner from third is out only if the interference was deliberate.
There's an interesting point to be made with that.
6 of us said batter is out. 21 of us said that R3 is out. So the appropriate rule reference, before we do the drum roll and give you the answer, the appropriate rule reference is, whoops, hang on, don't show it yet, Yoder, damn it.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, I wanted to hide the other answers. It's okay, you can show it now. You can close that up. The appropriate rule reference is 741F. Batter is out in above penalty or when. The answer is A. The batter is out. And he's out when any member of the offensive team or coach other than the runner interferes with a fielder who is attempting to field a foul fly ball, which is what we had in this case.
There's also a couple of other rules that play into this, and we talked about this the other night, and we've talked about it in the past, is that you have to understand multiple rules sometimes. Does interference by a runner who is, by definition, impeding the defense's ability to make a play, does it have to be intentional? The answer is no, it does not. It does not have to be intentional. So if R3 isn't paying attention and the fielder runs into him, it's interference. If he's picking his nose on his way back to third base and R3 runs into him, it's interference. It does not have to be intentional.
There's only one time it has to be intentional.
If the ball is a thrown ball.
What if he's on the base?
Okay, yeah, you're right.
So by and large, what we have here is, and so this means I think we need to get in the rule book a little bit here, because 81% of us didn't have the right answer to this question. So that's not a bad thing. That's a good thing, because that means we're going to learn something tonight. So it's something that we have to make sure we're diligent about and constantly put ourselves back in the rule book. So a batter is also out as in above penalty when any member of the offensive team or coach other than the runner interferes with a fielder who is attempting to field a foul fly ball. So he interfered with the fielder. It was a foul fly ball. That makes the batter out. Okay?
So we can't rewrite the poll question, but just for giggles, if that ball is inside the foul line and the ball is fair, what's the difference? They can't answer it.
It's okay. Think about it.
If the ball ends up being fair and R3 interferes, now who's out? And without giving it away, although I'm kind of giving it away, can you get 2 outs? Ooh, we got some questions down here. Let me jump into those. Can we show the question again, please? Okay, we should be good with that.
You reading the next question, Mark?
Go back to the rule. There's a couple of questions here about the. Okay, so the rule is if any. All right. Let's.
Hang on. Here's what I'm going to do. We're going to even go better than that. Here's what I'm going to do. 7-4. 7-4-1 is the one we're looking at, right?
Let me pull up the question.
So here's the whole rule. And the above rule that refers to it are these rules. Delaying the game, hit ball while the knee touching the ground outside the bat, disconcert the pitcher, interfere with the catcher's fielding a throw. If the bat breaks, commits bat swing interference, and those. So those are above penalties, right? Those are the things that are infraction by the batter. So those are all the above. None of those apply to this situation.
Are you reading the questions coming from the audience, Tony?
Yes, I am.
Because I'm not understanding the questions.
The question says, am I missing something other than, it says other than the runner, other than the runners, but this was the runner, right? So we go back down to here and it says a batter is out and is above penalty when, and then down here, where were we? We are 7-4. What letter were we on?
Oh, wait a minute. You're on the next question.
I'm sorry. What number were we on?
2.
7-4-1. 7-4-1. F. The batter is also about when. I must have copied the wrong. I didn't copy that. So you are. This should read, and this is an apology to you guys, and thanks for catching it. It should have read that way, which is what it did read. And any member of the offensive team or coach other than the runners, offensive team or coach other than the runner, right, interferes with the fielder who's attempting to field a fly ball.
Okay.
The runner interfered, right?
Okay, hang on. They're making the point, and they're correct. We've got the wrong rule reference. If a runner interferes with the defense's ability to make an out, to make a play, and the ball is foul, the batter's out. If the ball is fair, the runner's out. And in this situation, you can probably get 2 because the runner's out and the batter's out.
No, you can't.
That's right. You can't. Okay. Yeah.
Got to have a double play.
Yeah.
This rule is in reference to the ball being foul, attempting to field a fly ball. So if any member of the offensive team, right, that's the whole point of this, is that a foul ball, foul caught, the guy is out.
But
the runner closest to home is not out. It's a different rule.
Their point, though, and we've got the wrong reference. Their point is that
find the right reference, and if we got the wrong reference, we'll find it.
I'm pulling.
I'll tell you what, Yoder, hang on. What we'll do is, and it's entirely possible, I'm not sure it is. Let's go to the next question. You look up the rule, and we'll come back and we'll answer this.
Yep.
We all need to get in the rule book. Okay, number 3. Okay, number 3. Here's rule question number 3. So everybody look at question number 3, and then I'll put up the poll. Has everybody had a chance to read it? I've abbreviated briefly the question so it could be read in the poll because I'm not allowed any more than 140 characters. So please read the rule. Think about your answer. I'm going to launch the poll now. Couple more votes. We need 3 more votes. Actually, we need about 5 more votes because we have some other people on. Come on. Nobody knows what you voted, I promise. So here are the results from the poll. 20% said foul ball. Half said batter is out. A third said, a little less than a third said batter is out only if the ball is fair when he kicks it. And nobody said runner R1 is out. Mark, we ready for the answer? Yoder, you there?
I muted myself. No, keep going. I could find it in the other book. Damn high school book.
So the answer is in this one, a batter. So the rule references a batter is also out as an above penalty or when he intentionally deflects a foul ball, which has a chance of becoming fair. So our question said, with R1 on first, the batter bunts the ball down the first baseline. The ball rolls foul and hits a rock in the 3-foot lane. The ball changes direction and rolls back toward the foul line. B1 inadvertently kicks it. Okay, if he inadvertently kicks it, what happens? So this is an interesting rule. If he inadvertently kicks it, the rule says that he intentionally deflects it. If he intentionally deflects a foul ball, he has a chance of becoming fair, which he didn't do. So in this case, it is a foul ball because he didn't intentionally deflect it.
Tony,
Yes.
Are you looking at the rule reference on your screen?
Yes.
Can you show it to everybody?
Oh, I'm sorry. I got to close this. Thank you.
No worries.
No, I just looked down and saw the poll. Here it is. So the rule reference is he intentionally deflects a foul ball while it has a chance of becoming fair. So in this case, we have inadvertently kicks it, so it is a foul ball, right? If I remove inadvertently from this question, if we remove inadvertently and he kicks it, then what do we have? Well, it'd be hard to believe that if he kicked the ball, he didn't intentionally deflect it. So now we have to judge whether he intended to deflect it or not. So both the first two answers, the first answer is more correct in this case because he inadvertently kicked it. It wasn't deliberate. If he had deliberately kicked it, he would be out. Okay. If in the last one where the third answer is he's out only when it's a fair ball. Well, it would be out. If it was a fair ball, it wouldn't matter whether he inadvertently kicked it or didn't inadvertently kick it. He would be out in either case, whether he inadvertently or didn't inadvertently kick it. So given the way the question was written, it's a foul ball, but in different circumstances with the similar scenario, we could have any one of those three answers. So we need to be aware of which of those situations that we have when it happens. Yoder, you got anything to add?
No, I'm still working on the other one, but I got it.
Okay.
I got it, but I'm pulling all the references together.
Okay, cool.
Are we ready to go back to that one?
In a minute.
Okay.
Mackie, Burish, Sylvester, you got anything to add to that one?
I do not.
Beautiful. All right. Fourth question. Runner on first. Batter hits a line drive into the left, hits a line one into left field center gap. Runner from first misses third misses third, and as he touches the plate, the third base coach yells for him to return to third. R1 retouches home and after the ball arrives to the third baseman who is standing on third, R1 slides in untagged. So we have he misses third, touches the plate, retouches the plate, runs back to third. The third baseman catches the ball on top of the bag, and the runner slides in untagged. So our question here is, does R1 remain at third? Is R1 out? Does R1's run count? No play. Once R1 touched the plate, he can't return. The missed base can only be appealed after playing action is over. Those are our choices. So look at those for a minute. And the question had to be shortened a lot, so I'm going to launch it.
Okay.
All right.
I don't think I can cut and paste all these. I can't put them into your document. I'm just going to have to talk through them.
Well, you put them in a document, and I'll give you screen.
Oh, shit. Okay. That may be easier said than done, but okay.
So again, as you're doing the responses, because you can see the questions, remember R1 missed third, touched the plate on they yelled he missed third, touched the plate on the way back. Ball got thrown to the third baseman who was standing on the base, caught the ball. Runner slid into third base, untouched.
This is making me get in here. This is awesome, though, because we're going to learn a whole bunch with number 2.
Good.
I think we have scared some people away from voting on this one.
Yeah, we're down to 85%. I'm giving a little bit of time because the question's not completely there. All right, Al, here it is again. R1, misses third, goes to the plate, touches the plate. They yell he missed third. He touches the plate, runs back to third, slides into third. The third baseman caught the ball standing on the base before the runner returned to third. All right. Poll's going to close in 3, 2, 1. Here's what we have. About a little more than a third said he remains at third. A little less than a third said he's out. Nobody said his run counts. 13% said that no play once R1 touched the plate he cannot return, and 20% of us said the missed base can only be appealed after playing action. So let's talk about the last answer first. Let's talk about what an appeal is. An appeal is a verbal request or an unmistakable act claiming that a runner or claiming that a player violated a rule. Most typically, these are going to be that he missed a base or he failed to touch a base or failed to retouch a base after a fly ball was caught. A missed base can always be appealed during playing action. There's no reason that a missed base can't be appealed while the ball's going on. They can throw a ball in while the ball's in play, stand on the base and yell, "Hey, he missed this base." So a missed base can be appealed at any point in time while the ball is alive or when the ball is dead by verbal request in high school baseball. So if the ball is alive, we can appeal missed bases. So there's no reason that we can't appeal a missed base for the last question. That leaves no play once R1 touched the plate he cannot return. Yes, he can. There's nothing in the rule book that prevents him from returning to third after he misses the plate. So in this case, we would have to have a rule that explicitly said that if he touched the plate, he could not return to third, and there's no rule that explicitly says that in the high school rule book. Which would then preclude that is the run counts, which leaves us with either R1 is out or R1 remains at third. So here what we have to judge is whether or not you believe what was happening was an appeal. And remember, appeal is a verbal request or an unmistakable act. So in this play, we have a third base coach yelling, "You missed third, you missed third, you missed third." We have a runner running back to third, and we have a ball being thrown to third. You'd be hard pressed to conclude that what was going on is they weren't throwing to third because he missed third. So I think the fact that they're throwing to third, in my judgment, the reason that they're throwing to third is to appeal that the guy missed third. So the third baseman caught the ball standing on third before the runner arrived at third, so he is out on appeal. Sylvester, you got anything to add?
I do not.
Burish?
No, I think that sums it up, Tony.
A
lot of time.
Mackie?
That's exactly what I was going to say.
Thank you. Yoder?
No.
Although I'm still gobsmacked from hearing Yoder say he muted himself.
Sure.
So the rule reference is 842. Okay. Yoder, you want me to give you control and you
Yeah, I don't know how to do that, but okay. So we may have been in error. The high school, God, you just cut me out of my cut and paste.
you now have the con.
Yeah, I don't know what to do with it though. So take.
Show your screen. So up on the left-hand side in that bar, you have a go show the screen.
Okay. All right. Where's the show my screen? Click show my screen button.
Yep.
Where is it? Show screen. That right there.
Yep. There you go. We see your screen now.
Okay. So let's. So do you see the Word document right there?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me get rid of this damn question bar. Now I don't know where my screen went. You still see the see the thing. All right. All right. 3, 2, 3. All right. So first of all, we need to know what interference is. So in 221, we can see what interference is. It obstructs, impedes, hinders, or confuses any fielder attempting to make a play. So in the case of question number 2, R3, and those are good words to know, by the way, because those are good coach explanation words because they're directly out of the rule book. In question number 2, R3 hindered or impeded the fielder attempting to make a play. He was going to catch the ball. Okay? Anytime we have interference, somebody's going to be out. Now, our job is to figure out who's going to be out. So, let's go with the question that's not there first, which is if the ball is fair. If the ball is fair and R3 interferes with a fielder attempting to make a play in 842, we usually use this rule for forced play slide. However, 842B, and I can pull it up. It says a runner is out when he does not legally slide. Okay, he's not slide, and or he illegally alters the actions of a fielder in the immediate act of making a play. So that goes along with 221. So we have a runner who has hindered or impeded the defense's ability to make a play. If the ball is fair, the runner is out, the batter is put on first base with a fielder's choice. So if the ball's fair, you're going to get the runner out and you put the batter on first base. Everybody goes back to their place at time of pitch unless they're forced because the batter moves, because the batter goes to first. That's the easy one. If the ball is foul, and you might need to help me here, Tony, because in the high school book, if we go to 323, in the second part of 323, okay, it says no offensive team personnel in the base coach, okay, shall be near. This is talking about a runner drawing a throw. Nor shall the coach or members of the team at bat, which would include a runner, vacate an area needed by a fielder in his attempt to put out a batter or runner. The ball's dead, the runner is out, and the batter may be out, as in 741F. So, this is where I'm going to invoke the OBR rule, Tony or Chris, and say if the ball is foul and we have interference by the runner at R3, Are we going to get the runner or are we going to get the batter? Somebody's out. Which one are we going to get?
Batter. Batter.
We're going to get the batter, I think,
Batter.
because the ball is foul.
Yeah.
We can't put him on first base as a result of a fielder's choice and call the runners out because the ball's foul. So we have no option in this case but to call the batter out. So that's kind of a process of elimination way to get there. In the high school book, it doesn't specifically give us a nice, clean, go to one rule and get there.
But the rule that we have that makes reference to a foul batted ball and interference by team personnel helps us get there.
Is 741.
The rule we had up.
741, which is a batter is also out if any team or coach other than the runners interfere with a fielder who is attempting to field a foul fly ball. So I know that's confusing because it says other than the runners. But in this case, it's the runner who created the interference. And in every other case, the runner's out. And if that ball's fair, the runner would be out. But we have interference on a foul ball. Somebody's got to be out. The only person that can be out is the batter. And this is where the high school book is not as clear as other rule codes, but common sense and fair play kind of has to come in. You got to get an out. Had the runner not interfered, then F5, the third baseman, would have and should have made that catch. But the reason why you're getting the out is because the runner impeded or hindered the defense's ability to make a play. That's a little convoluted, but does that make sense?
Silvestri, what do you think?
So my thought process is that whenever we have interference, the ball is automatically dead. So as soon as R3 interfered with the fielder getting the ball is dead. Now we're going to call that runner out for the interference. And so now we have to wait kind of to see whether the ball is going to be fair or foul. And then, at least in OBR, if the ball is foul, we just add a strike to the count unless he had 2 strikes and it's just a foul ball as normal. And then if not, if it's a fair ball, we award the batter runner first base. I do not know if high school is different than that, because we have interference in the penalty for interference is dead ball automatically. So now we just have to wait to see the status of the ball, whether it was fair or foul.
So if it's foul, you can't follow through by giving the batter a fielder's choice.
If it's foul, no, you're going to either give him a strike to the count, or you're just going to say it's a foul ball if he had 2 strikes on him already.
So you're back to calling the runner out.
Right.
Yeah, that's what 323 told me when I looked at it. That's why I was confused.
Fair ball.
I think we went down a wrong hole.
323 says fair ball.
323 doesn't say fair ball. 323 says, or vacate any area needed by a fielder in his attempt to put out a batter.
See, what I think that's just toward the team personnel, though. That would be like a base coach, and then if the offensive team, their like bullpen is on the field and they interfere with the batted ball, then that's what that's covering.
All right, so here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna quit right there, and what Yoder, Silvestri, and I are going to do is we will endeavor to find all of the rule references, which is one of the reasons why we do these things. We will find all of the rules references that we can find. We will attempt to if we can't piece it all together, and maybe if we can, we will confirm with rules, powers that be, all of the rules that fit together, all of the rules that fit together for interference, and we will get you a written report of our answer to this question. So lest any of you, there are some here that just the same thing. By the way, if you're on the chat board and you say the same thing 150 times, we read it, we see it. For those of you that think we were ignoring the phrase other than the runner, why would we have just spent 15 minutes looking in the rule book and putting these all back together if that's what we were doing? We agreed with you. That's why we went back and looked at this, and we're trying to confirm this. Okay, we could be wrong. To be honest with you, I stole this question out of Referee Magazine, and Referee Magazine has the batter out. So Referee Magazine might also be wrong in their reference. So what we're going to do is we're going to try to put all of this together, fix this, and let you know for sure with that answer. That being said, thank you very much for coming. We went about 15 minutes further than we wanted to. If anybody else has anything they want to add, presenter, please do, and we're going to end right there.
Tony, I got a couple of texts, and you may have talked about this when I was looking up rules. I don't believe there's any way that you get 2 outs on that unless you have another runner who could have been put out by a caught ball. And
you have to have something intentional that prevent a double play. That's a whole different rule. You're not getting 2 outs on that play.
I don't think there's any way to get 2 outs on that.
All right, so thank you all for coming. We will get an answer to that, and this is why we all need to be in the rule book, and we all need to do this stuff all of the time.
Yep.
Thank you very much.